Waifus are a way of life for weebs, while others may just see them as being pixels on a screen, or simply just a two-dimensional drawing. To us, they are real. However, what if they could be real in reality and not just in our minds? Now, this topic has been explored by many people on the internet, with the common consensus being that no, anime girls would not love us if they were real. However, I feel that there are many factors to this question that people are simply not taking into account. My main problem with this theory is the fact that it assumes that anime girls will have the same preferences as people inside of the real world, when in anime, these girls do not act like this. In fact, we often see these anime girls purposefully going after the people that you would expect to be unattractive in a conventional sense, usually some nerdy guy with no social skills. And if we look at off-brand animes and doujins, then this trope is just even more common. Now, to give some solid examples, first off, we have High School DxD. In this show, the main character Issei is pretty much just a trash human being. However, he gets all of the girls. In reality, people would probably not like this guy very much, other than his admittedly pretty high charisma. Additionally, in both the shows We Never Learn and the quintessential quintuplets, we have a nerdy tutor guy who is not necessarily attractive in any sense of the word, and also has pretty much no money. Now, you would not expect somebody like this to get all the babes. However, this guy is just getting anime girls left and right. Now, these are just a few examples of how anime girls will often act inside of their respective shows, and thus it is pretty safe to assume that, at least if your waifu comes from a show like this, that you have a pretty good shot at dating them. However, it should also be noted that in other shows, the main character is pretty much an absolute chad, and also gets all of the babes. So, if you're unlucky and your waifu comes from one of these shows, then yes, I'm sorry to tell you, but your waifu will most likely never love you. The reality here is that anime girls, when they are transported into the real world, their personalities would not change from the shows that they were in. There's no reason why they'd suddenly start acting differently, so it doesn't make sense to assume that they could never love a weeb. And thus, we come to our conclusion, which is to say that you actually have a decent shot at dating your favorite anime girl. Or at least you would if she was real.